Welcome to Stay Tuned's Garage. My name is Alex, and as the title of this video says, we are in full quarantine mode here in South California. So I no longer have any excuse to not work on my cars. Yeah, so today we're just gonna start messing with some stuff that I've been wanting to do for quite a while. I'm going to take the wiring harness, the engine and power harness out of the car, and I'm gonna try and upgrade it in certain spots and kind of just solidify it, because I feel like this car has always had an issue where it drains the battery slowly, and I've done a lot of things to try and find what's wrong. I've pulled fuses and watched for the voltage drop, stuff like that, and it's never worked. I've never been able to find the issue. So I'm just gonna kind of pull the wiring harness, the whole charging system apart, and take a look at stuff. And where I can upgrade it, I will, and where I feel like it's fine, I'll leave it alone. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with that. All right, the first thing I will address is that this battery is new, or relatively new. It's 918. So it's 2 years old, or a year and a half old. And I was having problems where even when I disconnected the negative terminal from the battery, the battery would still drain. And I didn't know what it was. It had a little bit of acid leaking from these top, vents, which, it's supposed to do that. They're there for a reason. And I was measuring the voltage, and it would drain decently fast enough that in an hour it would drop to 10 volts, which is not what you want. And I actually read online that if there is acid up here and it finds a way to connect from one post to the other, it'll bridge the two and slowly drain the battery. So as you can see, there's still water on the handle here. I went ahead and cleaned it all. I have a battery acid cleaner that will clean the battery acid and neutralize it. So I sprayed that on it, rinsed it off, and now when I test it, it does not lose any voltage. So that is one thing. If you guys are having draining problems, that's one thing to look into. Make sure your battery's clean. Alright, so here is the engine bay of Yield Mustang. Not the prettiest thing out there. Very dirty. Very, very dirty. So this is some of the stuff that I kind of want to clean up, all of this. I want to upgrade the power wires if I can, the ground wires. I disconnected the fuse box just because I'm having a pain trying to remove that bolt that holds the power wire to it. And yeah, I'd like to remove most of the harness if I can and just try to clean it up. I know there's a lot of broken clips and stuff like that on it that I would like to try to fix or something along those lines. But the main things that I want to do are upgrade the positive to the alternator and the positive to the starter, and then all the negatives, chassis to engine and chassis to battery, engine to battery, upgrade all that stuff if I can as well. So yeah, let me go ahead and start taking this stuff apart, see what we can do. And here is the power harness of the car. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and take this all apart and do some things to it. Okay, so I have somewhat dissected the whole harness situation here. So I separate it into 3 categories. This is the power. So this goes to the fuse box, this goes to the battery, and then this goes to the starter. So that's one. Here is what I'd call the accessory harness. So O2 sensor, oil level meter thing, O2 sensor, starter ground. This doesn't even go over here. This should be like over here. This goes to like another harness. This goes to the starter relay. So yeah, accessory stuff. And then here I have the ground harness. This goes to another harness, just, you know, clips on. And this goes to the motor mount, which grounds it to the engine, and then from here there's another strap that connects it to the chassis. So I already went ahead and made this new. This is the old one here. So thicker cable, nicer cable, brand new cable. So this is gone. This cable to the starter, I'm going to make a new one with new cable. And then the accessory one, I'm just gonna clean it up and roll it all together. Sweet. All right, so here is the accessory harness, which I somewhat cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna be replacing this power harness with just two very simple, like this to the starter, and then another small one of these to the fuse box. So this is going away. And then here is the ground harness. So yeah, everything's super simple now. Everything is good. I made sure to check all the connectors and connections. Everything looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw these back into the car. Alright, so here's a little bit of how everything looks now that I have, you know, done a little change. So as you can see, big old fat red wires. This connection here is not the best in the world, but it should get the job done. You see I have one lug going to here. Oh, I never shrunk wrapped that. But yeah, so then this goes down to the starter. I have it all like roughly set right now. It's not like 100% done. I'm still gonna, like, you know, I'm still gonna use some of these like little rubber grommet holder things to make sure the wires aren't just loose in there. But ground wire is all set and down to the body, and then all the contacts for the ground, I went ahead and cleaned all of them. I like got some sandpaper and got them all to be, you know, shiny and, you know, good contacts, so there should be no like corrosion or anything on like that on any of them. And yeah, fuse box is back where it should be. I did start taking off the engine harness, and then I realized that I'm not going to be able to do much to it, so I went ahead and put everything back. It's just the stuff that I do want to fix on that, I'm going to have to source new clips and such to do that. I'm not going to be able to like jerry rig anything, so I'm just going to wait till I'm able to either source clips or do something of that sort. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, tighten a couple things up here and there, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna do today. I spent a couple hours doing this, which, you know, I didn't expect to, but that's how life is sometimes. And like I mentioned earlier, I have no more excuses to put off any of the stuff that I want to do to my cars. Yeah, I mean, I could come up with a couple excuses, but for the most part, I'm gonna be working on my cars a lot. I don't have work, I don't have school, I have nothing else to do except play video games. So yeah, I'm gonna be uploading pretty frequently, I think. I don't want to put any, like, you know, make any promises or anything like that, just in case, but I should be uploading pretty frequently and working on my cars a lot. So yeah, thank you for watching. Stay safe, wash your hands, especially if you work on your cars like I do. Don't cough on people, don't get coughed on. Have a good time. Peace.